example number 3, I want you to factor 6x squared plus 7x minus 20. Again, I'm going to use a diamond problem like we said before. Multiply the a times c. I'm going to multiply 6 times negative 20. They give me negative 120. And the sum will be positive 7. And my goal is to break down the positive 7x into two terms. So I'm going to come up with two numbers here that I don't know yet. The two numbers with the product of negative 120 and with the sum of positive 7. Since the product is negative, so I know that I will have one number positive and one number is negative. Multiply positive times negative, they give you negative amount. But the sum is 7. That means the number that is positive is more than the negative number by 7. So guess and check any numbers that you can come up with. Let's say I'm gonna start with 5 and 12. Right? So if I have positive 12 here and negative 5 here, I know if you combine these two numbers, that will give you positive 7. But if you multiply 12 times negative 5, that will not give you negative 120. So I know these are not the two numbers I want. Let's move a little bit, let's say 15. How about positive 15? All right. And what number I'm going to use to get 7? I'm saying minus 8. Because I know 15 minus 8 still give me 7. 15 times 8, I know 10 times 8 is 80 and 5 times 8 is 40. That gave me the negative 120. That is correct. So my two numbers going to be positive 15 and negative 8. Of course, you can keep guessing and checking until you come up with the two numbers. Use any method you want. I found this really helpful. So my goal now is to replace the 7x with, I'm going to leave the 6x squared plus 15x minus 8x minus 20. You see, I didn't change really the value. I just replaced the 7x with the plus 15x minus 8x, same value. Now I'm going to use factoring by grouping. So I'm going to take the first two terms together and I'm going to take the second two terms together, but keep in mind there is a plus here. I'm not multiplying, I'm just separating them. Then I'm going to try to find the greatest common factor for the first group. Let's start with the numbers first. I have 6 and 15. What number can go into 6 and 15? I'm going to use 3 because I know that you can divide both of 6 and 15 by 3. All right. How about the x? Take the least exponent. So x squared and x, I'm going to use x. So that's the greatest common factor for the first group. Let's divide and put the leftover inside the parentheses. So my goal is to find an amount. Goes here times 3x, give me 6x squared. Do the opposite. Divide 6x squared by 3x. Start with the numbers. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And x squared divided by x, they give me x. The second term, 15 divided by 3 is 5, which is positive 5. And x divided by x is 1, which is gone. I'll do the same thing for the second group. Negative 8x minus 20. Keep in mind, my goal is to get the 2x plus 5 again here. So my goal is to get the 2x plus 5 here. Okay, look at the numbers. This is negative 20 and this is positive 5. If you want to get a positive number here, because I need this to be positive, that means the greatest common factor I have to take out of here has to be a negative number. Because negative divided by negative give you positive. Just one way to guide yourself. Now negative what? Look at 8 and 20. What the greatest number that can go into 8 and 20? I think the number will be 4. And I don't have x here, so I'm not going to use x as a greatest common factor. Now let's divide negative 8x by negative 4. I know negative divided by negative is positive. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. And x divided by, there is nothing here, that means x divided by 1 is x. You see the 2x is repeated again. Hopefully I will get positive 5 here. Let's divide negative 20 by negative 4. They give you positive. And 20 divided by 4 is 5. And as you see here, I have the 2x minus plus 5 is repeated. So I'm going to take this as a common factor. 2x plus 5. What's left over from here? They're going to be the leftover inside another group, which is 3x minus 4. That's exactly how to factor this trinomial. If you want to make sure your work is correct, and I really highly recommend you do so, use FOIL to make sure you have the same answer. I have 2x times 3x, that give me 6x squared. And I have 5 times negative 4, that give me negative 20. Now use the inner and outer. 5 times 3x give you 15x. You see, I'm going back again, the same what I got, the opposite. And then I will have the 2x times negative 4, they give me negative 8x. If you combine these two together, they give you 6x squared plus 7x minus 20. That means my work is absolutely correct.